Good morning. It's time for a breakfast stream. I'm just waiting on Kepler to join me. Kepo, you can come join me? You can join me for stream and be my stream buddy? Kepo? Can't relax until Steven's here. Come on. Come on. Come over here. Come on.
Oh. Steven fired. Any day now. There'll be Mal's stream, I'm sure. Morning, everyone.
We're putting you on a performance improvement plan.
A performance improvement plan?
A PIP. Mm-hmm.
What performance do I need to
Well, this
improve?
morning you were 2 minutes late, and that's just unacceptable here at George Corps.
I don't think I was everything. Wow.
Kepler,
Appreciate that.
another employee here has said that there's things that are happening regarding you, and you can't ever leave the house anymore because they get upset.
It'd be wild if your boss called you in and was like, listen, you're not allowed to leave work. You'd be like, what? I'd be like, no, you're on probation here. We're gonna need to put this shock collar on you. And
See, when you leave, the CEO just screams.
CEO in his office. Ah! Ah! Someone left the building.
Does he cry when I leave?
Yeah.
No, I know the answer is no.
Yeah, of course. I've never heard him cry because someone left the room, but I've never been in the room that I wasn't in. So, work that out. I don't know. Hi, everybody. It's February. It's Tuesday, February 4th, 2025. That is the first February breakfast stream. We made it through January. And now it's time for this month. The weather's getting nicer here.
Yeah, and then it's gonna get cold again.
Yeah, but I'm enjoying the
couple days we have.
Yeah, I took a walk yesterday. It was so nice.
Today's real nice too.
I took a photo of how nice it was. Here, I can post that. It's a totally normal photo. Let me I'll put it in mod because I have it saved here. And you'll be able to see like how beautiful it was. I posted it to Instagram.
Pork.
And it was nice. He at least doesn't went on a walk, but Alex has been sick for a week, so he was stuck inside. It's a beautiful day yesterday.
It was. Today's better.
And today's going to be even more beautiful because I think the high is like 72.
I sat in the beanbag last night after my stream, and I could hear the frogs starting to wake up for the spring.
Love that. RF1995 says, question, would vacations and stuff be a part of StephenVOD 2? First off, I love that we're calling it StephenVOD 2. I really hope that we continue to call it StephenVOD 2. But yeah, it's not that there's any particular promises made about things, but I also enjoy documenting vacations. So yes. StephenVOD Z. Really, StephenVOD 2 is kind of like StephenVOD Kai. It's a little bit like that. Just cutting out some of the stuff that doesn't really need to be there. Yeah, I'm, I mean, I haven't thought about a vacation and can't think about a vacation for, like, a while.
Yeah.
So my brain's not even there, but, yeah, I feel fairly certain that I would want to record things, because that is a part of, like, my soul that's in here. I can't really get rid of it. I think some people have tried. It just hasn't worked out. Mao deserves it. Mao has had vacations, actually. In the last year, I have not really been anywhere, but you have been several places.
Not all of them are vacation.
Fair, but you've
One
been
of them
out
I
the house.
straight up worked all week.
Yeah. She deserves another one. She does.
I'll take one.
She deserves...
Next month.
She actually will. She actually will do that. Which I'm happy for. But I miss you. Like, I miss us going to a place.
Yes.
Because me and you haven't been to a place together in, like, a while. And I look forward to that. Whenever that can happen again. So, at some point.
At some point.
At some point. Mao and I have vague plans to do something. Someday. Oh, here's that photo. Let me show you that photo before I read alerts. Got any games on your phone? But, like, I'm in a
Point of view, your Kepi and Steven is picking you up.
Come here, buddy. Tell Kev just stepping up with his elf. Yeah. The boy is doing really well, and I'm very happy about that. But yeah, it was a nice day. I was wearing a short sleeve shirt. Near the end of the walk, it was getting, like, just a little warm. It was nice. I have to go for a walk a little sooner today if I'm doing that, because it's gonna get a little too warm, actually. Or I'll have to wear shorts or something.
What are you gonna do when it's already 72 at 6 a.m.?
I mean, go for a walk earlier. Do more inside exercise. One of the two. Haley says that's how I see Steven. That's true. That was taken from Haley's point of view. We got 35 months from Star Wars Trekkie, 54 from Jacebook, 40 from Swift for Sweeper, 47 from Circle Now Squared, 65 from Aldo, 20 from Cholin 26T, 26 from Portal Beard, 15 from Elvin Scout, 33 from The Random Genius, 52 from Desi Desitel, 33 from Weren't Zero, 41 from Linders, 20 from Cosplay Theory, 69 from Colin DP, nice, 64 from Fries Pikachu, 54 from Gamers, 007 to Below, 4 from Wholehearted Crisis, 48 from GA Studios, congrats on the 4, 5 months from Inkpot Gods, and 3 Nibits and Cheesehammer says, oh hey, it's the first Tuesday of the month, and we all know what that means. Absolutely nothing. Sniff, hashtag discolonely. Don't cry because it's over. Cry because it happened. You might be saying, isn't it smile because it happened? No. Cry because it happened. I did not misspeak. We got 300 bits from Enzuni, who says, month late on this, since I'm not normally up this early, but thanks for the years of vlogs. I watched on and off during the years, but plan on taking the journey sometime this year. Can't wait to see what you guys do next. Well, thank you. I'm glad that the channel has meant so much to folks. And I've seen a lot of people recently say, like, now I want to watch all of them. Now that there's a more definitive end, which I kind of understand, because I'm the type of person that doesn't really want to start a show unless the show's over. So I kind of relate to that. They're getting ready to end
Coffee.
Stranger Things, right?
I don't know.
Like, I think that it's like the final season. I've heard Stranger Things is good, and I'm like, I want to watch that show, but not until it's over. Yes, great. Excellent. Yeah, it's a show that I would like to see, but, people for years are like, you should watch it. And I'm like, is it over? And they were like, no, there's more coming. And I was like, then I don't want to see it. I only want to watch it if there's an end. I have legitimate reasons for doing that. For one, I like to know that it's over. But the other thing is that I have a really hard time remembering what on earth is happening a year apart. That's too much time. I can't. If we do that and we come back to a show, then I'm like, who is this? And Mal's like, well, it's this. Remember this? And I'm like, no. I've never seen these people in my life. We had 77 months from Fossix. 300 bits from Fire Goddess, who says, so cold here in Edmonton. It's cold up there.
Yeah.
Because it's closer to where Santa lives.
Give me the bird!
Also, Netflix cancels things for fun, so you never know if something will actually end. And sometimes things end when they're not over. Hashtag the Pretender.
Pushing Daisies.
Oh, is Pushing Daisies a similar thing? I really don't like it when there's not closure.
I don't remember if there's closure in Pushing Daisies.
Like, I want them to be able to end the show, And The Pretender, I don't have a lot of sympathy for that. Because they were given the opportunity to do something and they blew it. No sympathy there. But for other shows where like the rug gets pulled out from under them, I always feel bad. So 500 bits from Vesucci says StephenVOD is my One Piece. I think we have more episodes than One Piece, but like just barely. Slightly more watch time on StephenVOD, but just a little bit. Just a tiny bit. The show that you've been watching on your own, the Resident Alien?
Resident Alien.
Is that show...
Still going?
Still going?
Yes.
Okay.
They're putting season 3 on streaming soon.
Okay.
And I think there's currently 5.
Five seasons?
Yeah. Like 5 is airing actively, I think.
Oh.
But we don't have cable.
Oh, man, I don't remember that there's cable.
Yeah.
To be perfectly honest with you. I regularly forget that cable was a thing. We just canceled, what did we cancel? Hulu. Oh, I don't think I told my parents that. Well, Dad watches. We canceled Hulu. Hopefully you weren't watching anything on that. Hopefully. Like, the streaming services have gotten more expensive.
Yeah.
And that, it was something Mal and I looked at the other day. I was like, are we using this? And it's like, no. We got rid of it.
We talked about getting rid of Netflix, but that's where I'm watching Resident Alien.
Yeah. Once you're done with it, we might do that. Because if we're not actively using a thing, it's like, well, there's not really a use in...
Your dad says thumbs up.
Okay. Just so you know, if we're not actively using it, it doesn't make any sense to pay for.
Yeah.
And the other thing that I've found is that, like, on date nights, when we want to watch a movie, half the time...
We have to rent it anyway.
Yeah, if we find something sometimes we'll force ourselves to just find something on a streaming platform, which is fine. But, like, it would be cheaper to rent 4 movies in a month than pay for Hulu. And I'm not gonna watch movies more frequently than that. Like, once a week is probably going to be it. So, like, that makes more sense to me, is to just do that. Plus, if you do that, then you can pick literally anything that you want to see. Movies to rent on Apple TV are $4. You pay $4. You can watch them for 48 hours. So, I feel like that's extremely reasonable. It also just takes me back because, like, when I was a kid, and there's a lot of you that I'm going to take you back with me, it would be movie night, and your family would get in the car, and you would drive to the Blockbuster, and then you would spend 30 minutes, at least, walking through the store, and everyone, like, picking something. And, like, I miss that because that is its own little thing. Like, that was an experience in and of itself. Like, movie night, if you're not going to a theater, movie night was an event, and I do like that. And you still kind of have that now, but it takes place on a screen, which is a little different. But you still are scrolling through movies like, what about this? I don't know. Have I heard about that one?
We
So it's
mostly
similar.
went to Family Video because there was a Papa Murphy's attached to it, so we'd get the take and bake pizza and pick out a movie.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't go to Blockbuster as often, but I remember when we did go to Blockbuster, I'd be confused by the layout.
Yeah, we only had Blockbuster. So. And then we had a few Blockbusters in Myrtle Beach. So occasionally we would go to the other one. Didn't make a lot of sense because you have to return it to that one. But
Yeah.
if we were around there and we wanted to see a movie, we're like, we can come back here. So the Alamo Draft House in Raleigh actually is a huge VHS rental store as well. Like a ton of...
I don't think they all are. I think that's...
No, it's ours.
Is it only ours?
I think so, yeah. There might be other Alamos that do it, but it's not an Alamo thing. It's like Raleigh is the VHS place. So that's neat. I've never done that, and I don't really have a high desire to do that, but I think the concept is cool, that they're just sitting on these VHS tapes.
There are multiple Mystery Science Theater episode movies, but the actual film, not the Mystery Science Theater version.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they have Manos on VHS.
Oh, cool. Haley says, I don't need to rent VHS. I have enough in my home.
I don't need to rent any games either.
Yeah, I've peeked my head into Alex's office and just went, oh. Oh. Other than a single exception, do you know anyone who has a VCR? I have a VCR. Do I have it here?
You might. It might be in that closet.
I actually don't know if I have the VCR here. But again, I know someone who has the VCR. So I don't need one. My buddy Will reached out to me the other day and was like, "Hey, what's the best like modern way to watch VHS on a like modern display?" And I was like, "Oh boy, this is a rabbit hole." I was like, I'm gonna skip most of this because I know that you like to go thrifting, and I was like, be on the lookout for a combo VCR DVD player that has HDMI. And when you find one, Google the model number and make sure that the VCR part is compatible with the HDMI, because those exist, and that people want them and they're expensive, but you can find them in thrift stores. So that's the fastest, best way to get the best image out of a VHS. If you want a old school experience that makes you upset, you could just buy a very old VCR that's got the RF adapter and then turn that into like HDMI with a box, and that looked terrible. You know, if you want that experience of like, it looks bad. You know, to each their own. We got 27 months from Risen1247. Thank you.
We had Betamax for a while in my childhood.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. We did not have that.
And I don't really remember it, but I do remember finding the tapes later after I learned what that was. Because it's in an episode of Cowboy Bebop. And then being like, oh. We didn't have a player. I don't remember the player. But I do remember finding those tapes and being like, these aren't things we can put in the VHS player.
Yeah, we never had any of that. Tom said that his first video capture device was his VCR. Same, actually. There are VHS tapes from a long time ago where I've recorded gameplay footage. Like many, many years before YouTube ever existed. I remember recording some stuff for... I was on the internet. I recorded a video and I was putting it on the internet, but it was either Magic Pen Gel or the other one. I have some gameplay footage of that I was recording for someone. I don't remember. I was like 11 or 12 or whatever. It was a long, long time ago. I was probably a little older than that. Probably like a freshman in high school.
We had a remote with these two big dials on it that were basically clocks.
Mm-hmm.
And you would set one for a start time and one for an end time for what you wanted to record.
Yeah.
If you were going to be gone.
Yep.
So you would set your TV to that channel. And you would set that remote so it was pointing at the VHS player and have a blank tape or a rewritable tape or whatever you had in there.
Yep.
And then it would start recording at that time and then stop it. So you could record the show you weren't going to be home for.
Yeah.
And then you had to just hope it worked.
And like eventually that got replaced with TiVo. But we never had TiVo.
We never had TiVo.
So TiVo was kind of a different generation thing. But yeah, back in the day, it's things are better now. Things are better now in a lot of different ways. But there is still some level of nostalgia for these sorts of things.
I have fond memories of my great-grandmother, Elsie, calling me up. And she was really with it. She knew all of her kids and grandkids and great-grandkids and their names and their birthdays. And she died when she was like 94. And Elsie would call me up and she'd be like, which one are you, Mallory or Carly? I'd be like, that's Mallory, Grandma. She's like, I need you to record QVC for me. I'm gonna go play bingo and I'm going to miss the thing that's coming up next and I need you to record it for me. So then I'd have to go and get a tape ready and record QVC because she was obsessed with QVC.
Yep.
And then, well, her daughter, my grandmother, was obsessed with QVC, but great-grandma watched it too. Or she'd watch other things, or she'd need me to record it. And so I'd record it.
Yeah, shout out to everyone who had a QVC grandma. There's at least a few people in the audience that are like, yeah.
My mom's mom she would buy stuff from it.
Yeah, I mean, it was an addiction, is what it was. It was actually very sad.
Elsie really only just watched it, but
yeah, if you just
obsessed with it.
If you just watch it, that's one thing.
Yeah.
But some people step into that zone of just ordering everything.
Yeah.
And I was at the estate sale. For
my grandmother, not my great grandmother.
Yeah, we were dating, so I was up there, and that was just a wild experience. I was like, oh, this person's entire home is just QVC boxes.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It was, we still have, QVC still around. And and we have HSN. Mm-hmm. Yeah, for those that don't know what QVC is, we haven't explained that. QVC HSN. These are different networks that...
They're home shopping networks.
Yeah, you sit at home and you
there's
watch...
like a thing here that's like, you can get this for 5 easy payments of $30.99, and...
There are people that work for the network, and they have different products, and they advertise different products of everything.
Yeah.
Of jewelry, of appliances, of
clothing,
like anything you could think of. And it's 24/7. Like,
Yeah.
it never ends. You can wake up in the morning at 3 a.m. and turn on QVC, and if it's on...
And people call in to talk about the item, but also...
Yeah.
Sometimes people are lonely.
Yeah. So, yeah. And the thing is, because it is the same people, if you watch it enough, those people are like the actors in the show.
Yeah,
like, you start to get to know those people.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. No one's ever seen every episode of QVC. And you can't. I guess if you had several screens, we're trying to take all of it in.
I drop the prices if you watch long enough. I was at a bar with Noah and Brandon, and they had something like that on the TV.
Yeah.
And we were like really being critical of the stuff on the show. And this was a hoppin' bar too. This was down on Glenwood.
Oh.
And it's just mostly college students. And we're like, God, this is the ugliest ring. And we were like, all right, what's the price going to get to right before they cut to the next thing? So we were like taking bets on that.
I to be perfectly honest, I do find like Home Shopping Network stuff entertaining in the sense that it's like really, really good background noise. Because it's a channel that you can turn on and it always sounds the same forever.
Yeah.
If you need very specific white noise and it's that channel doesn't change. 24/7. It's just people lightly talking. Someone calling in, and that's it. So, yeah, I'll occasionally I'll watch that if we're like in a hotel room. I usually just watch HGTV. They have 100 shows about brothers who are doing something. Brothers working on doors. The show. Brothers selling apartments. HGTV is the best hotel channel. I'm pretty sure the H in that is for hotel. Hotel Good TV.
When I was at the hotel last month in Minnesota, I did not turn the TV on once.
I mean, also, yeah, that happens too. Home and Garden, close. Hotel Good. Hotel Good. Thank you for staying in Hotel.
TV.
Hotel Good. We had 39 months from Mean Dean, and 300 bits from Cheesehammer says, but Steven, what if I want to watch a fairly random selection of movies and other VHS tapes on Twitch 2 to 3 times a week? Is there a Twitch channel out there for me? Maybe one with random ghosts and a cult-like appreciation for Peter Gabriel? No, I don't think so. No, I don't think that exists, unfortunately. Someday someone might make that, but currently I don't think that such a thing exists. Yeah, Haley says, there isn't a channel like that. No. It's a real shame. Seems like there's probably a small niche market for that. But nope, doesn't exist. We got 61 months from Seemingly Jess. 61 months also from Callium. And Cheesehammer gifted a sub to the Property Brothers. These are things I only have seen in a hotel. Like, I'm only, like, vaguely familiar with the concept because of a hotel. That's it. And I haven't been in a hotel in a while.
You'll be in one soon.
Yeah. I guess I will. I'm gonna turn on HGTV.
Okay.
The flavor is in the python. Tiny Eddie's fizzy nacho and burnt wood jerky.
Is this like
Nacho and Burntwood.
fizzy nacho and burnt wood jerky? The flavor's in the python. I assume that it's
Python
served.
turkey.
Oh, okay. I was going to say it's served in the Python, but Python jerky makes more sense. Python jerky, I think, is real. Almost certainly. 1050 from Nice, who says, I'm on a bit of a health kick, and I got my mom's very nice infomercial microwave steamer set. Maybe Eddie should have his own network show. That would be very funny. I would love to see a Tiny Eddie show, not just selling insane snack foods, but just insane products. What if we widen the word bank to start to include, like, wacky appliances? It's 2025, the year of change. Anything is possible.
Burnt wood is a weird way to say hickory smoked.
I am going to start doing that, though. Yeah, this is burnt wood. What? You mean hickory smoked? I know what I said. It's fine. We also had 43 months from Rojaniel. Thank you. Yeah, there's vague amounts of nostalgia for some of the 90s experience, but I also recognize that things are generally more convenient nowadays and more time is saved. The amount of time that was spent to do a thing used to be high. The idea of having to go to the store to rent a movie, I mean, that's an endeavor. Not to mention the idea that sometimes you wouldn't be able to rent the movie you wanted because they only had a limited number of copies of the movie.
Did you ever check behind, like, oh man, I really want to see Titanic. No, there's none here. And you just, like, check behind the ones next to it to see if someone had, like, hid one. I got lucky with that once.
It was so weird. You would walk into a Blockbuster, and they would have a new release wall. Mm-hmm. So they would...
Family Videos was all the way around the outside. Everything new was there.
So, when Titanic was new, there was 100 copies of Titanic. So there'd be a wall that was just Titanic. And then you'd walk into the other parts of the store, and there would just be, single individual videotapes. And you would talk to an employee about if you didn't know what to rent. You would ask someone, and they, the people that worked at Blockbuster typically were big movie watchers. And they'd be like, oh man, have you seen this? So that, I don't know, that part is, that part's gone. Although if you really wanted to know about movies, if you had questions about movies, you could ask the internet. Someone can tell you. Armor Frog says there's a guy who collects Titanic VHS tapes. I've seen him at a convention. Oh my god. That means he's collecting twice as many tapes as necessary as a normal person.
We had the VHS
because it's a 2-set. Uh-huh. The movie was too big. It's on 2 You have to watch half the movie, then it's like, put in the other tape. It's like playing Final Fantasy VII. God forbid that you were missing the second tape, and you're like, oh god, what? There's another tape? Did they ever release a version on an extended VHS?
I don't think they did. I think it was just movie cut.
Interesting. Because the only one I remember is the 2 VHS set, but I'm wondering now if, maybe later they released one thick VHS. Real.
Radio Dreads, I had a game once that had 4 entire CDs you had to switch between as you progressed. Insane. I had the Titanic game for PC, Adventure Out of Time, and that was a 2. That was my first game that had 2. Because you started with 1, and then you immediately had to put in the second, and then for the end of the game you had to go back to the other.
Yeah, some of the Final Fantasy games are 4 discs. Was it Final Fantasy 9? Is that 4 discs? On the PC, I remember there being games that were just a lot of discs to install.
Mm-hmm. Other than Sims?
Final Fantasy VII PC was 4 discs, Chaz says. Well, here's the other thing.
I feel like Haley had one of the Final Fantasies and it was missing disc like 2 or 3, or that one didn't work or something.
So I bought a copy of Final Fantasy VII new, but then later I bought another copy of Final Fantasy VII and it's missing like disc 1. Because when I bought Final Fantasy VII new, it was the greatest hits, and then I bought a Black Label one, but it didn't have disc 1.
I know this one has multiple discs.
Is this Slam City with Scottie Pippen?
This is Slam City with Scottie Pippen.
Slam City with Scottie Pippen.
How many discs is this?
It's I think 4.
It's 4. 4 discs.
God, Slam City is great.
It's just like free throws, isn't it? Or like half court, like pickup games against them. And like each disc is a different person.
Yeah, it's barely anything.
And it's 4 people, but then like if you do really good on all of them, then you unlock Scottie Pippen. Which disc is Scottie on?
I don't think Scottie Pippen's real.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go on the record saying that. And you might be saying, well, Steven, there's video footage on YouTube. It's doctored. It's not real. In order to fight Scottie Pippen, you have to get like 1 billion points. It's also, I don't think I'm exaggerating on that number. It's like 1 billion. And it's impossible. It's so difficult.
You have to get respect. Earn enough respect and get a shot at Scottie Pippen, not some cartoon lookalike. The real thing, not some cheap cartoon character that maybe on a good day sort of looks like him.
Man, they were really trying to sell you on full motion video.
They really were.
Amazing. This ain't NBA Jam. It's not a picture. It's not a little drawing. This is Scottie Pippen. We filmed him with a camera.
Filmed in Hollywood with real basketball players. There's nothing virtual about this reality.
I love that it's rated teen, but there's no rating descriptors.
Teen blank.
It on the back, it shows where the rating descriptors would be. There's nothing in the box. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Also, we own this game twice.
Yeah, we do.
We have the Sega CD version. This is the Sega CD 32X version, but it's also on Sega CD.
Well, this one has 25% sharper video and 8 times more colors than the CD version.
Yeah. We also learned that you can start one of the versions and put the other version's disc in, and it will play, but the colors get real screwed up.
It says, what does this respect get you? A chance for a shot at the pros, maybe a Nike shoe deal of your own, and oh yeah, a chance. So yeah, maybe he's not in it, to go one-on-one with the man himself.
Oh, sorry. You have to read the beginning part. When you first open it, it says, "Welcome to Slam City. Look, this ain't some kind of summer camp. This is the street. We don't play ball here just to pass time. It's a way of life. We take our hoops seriously. Around here, we play to win. All right, Ace, you're the new guy, so it's not like we're just going to give you respect. You're going to have to earn it. You are going to take on 4 of the toughest players Slam City has to offer. You make a nice shot against these guys, you get some respect. You take it to the hole strong, you get more respect." Sorry, I want to.
Yeah, you have to earn respect in the game.
I just want to revisit this line. You take it to the hole strong, you get more respect. Which I think works in many aspects of life. You figure out how to really sky. I read that correctly. You figure out how to really sky, and I mean some outrageous slam dunk action, you're gonna see that respect really take off. Of course, respect ain't all a one-way street. Let one of these guys get by you, and you're gonna lose some of that respect. Let them beat you, and we're talking sinking ship. And then, what does all this respect get you? Scottie Pippen!
Slam City has so much action it had to go on 4 compact discs.
You can start the game from any disc? Wow. It really is, each disc is a different person. And there's four people and Scottie Pippen, which means there's not 5 discs.
Disc 2 has Juice, Disc 3 has Mad Dog, Disc 4 has Smash. All 4 discs have the action for Scottie Pippen, but remember, you don't get to play Scottie until you've earned at least 1 billion respect points.
I told you it was 1 billion. I remembered that. I was like, I'm pretty sure it's a billion. It's a billion. You got to get a billion respect. There's definitely times where I'm like, sometimes a breakfast stream needs just an occasional gaming element. We're talking about the thing and we just like press a button and we're like, okay, but look at this. Look at this thing.
If you're playing with training mode on, you get no respect at all.
Can't believe this. Hi, little friend.
Hi, buddy.
You want to walk the land bridge? Walk the land bridge. There you go. Hi.
Hi, sweetheart. You need my lap? Thank you. They have the spectators, and they're all named.
What?
Hi, cutie pie.
So you are Ace. You fight Fingers, Juice, Mad Dog, and Smash, and of course Scottie Pippen. And the spectators
are
named. There is Brittany. This is one hot babe. You and everyone else in Slam City are trying to impress her. Stand in line, Ace. There is Silky Smooth. This guy has more bad lines than a cheap suit. His mission is to pick up someone, anyone, before the game is over. There's Sheila, Brittany's friend and the main object of Smooth's desires. There's Dollar Bill. Where did he get that purple suit? He's a bookie who takes bets on anything. And there's G-Man. Always with the notebook, he keeps a close eye on your performance. Who is this guy anyway? There's Malik. This is one hip young brother. He's got an opinion on everything that happens on and off the court. And then there's Jeff. Silky Smooth, Dollar Bill, G-Man. Jeff. He hangs out with Malik because he thinks hip-hop culture is cool. But with that funky hat, most people think he looks like one of Santa's helpers. The next page is drive errors. This digital pictures project is a high-performance CD-ROM application that relies on continuous and accurate operation of your CD-ROM drive. Surface contamination of the CD-ROM can cause slight hesitations in gameplay. If the contamination is severe enough, the game will pause completely and the error message "drive error retrying" will appear. If this happens, the game has not crashed. It may take up to 10 seconds for the CD-ROM drive to retry looking for the correct data. If the data cannot be read after several minutes, you may have to remove and clean the disk before you can resume playing. Always hold it by the edges and keep it in its protective holder when not in use. Clean it with a lint-free soft dry cloth, wiping in straight lines from center to edge. Can y'all see the insanity that is this ad that's included at the end? NGBin says, this game is hard, watch the first 20. Yeah, we did the first 20 of this, and the game is ridiculously difficult. Still haven't had enough digital pictures? Just fill out this card and drop it in the mail and you'll receive a free video giving you a behind-the-scenes look at how these games are made. That's actually very cool. I hope that's uploaded on YouTube somewhere. There is a postcard that you would drop in that says that you bought Slam City, and you would send it to Digital Pictures, which is the dev, and they would send you a free video showing you how the games are made. That's cool. Is it still valid? I think Digital Pictures have been out of...
P.O. Box and where? San Mateo?
San Mateo. But I'm sure it's been out of... sure Digital Pictures have been out of business forever. Anyway. Video games are fantastic. They are fantastic. One day soon, we will play them. We'll play them.
I played one last night.
Yeah, well, I mean, we'll play more.
We play one on Friday. You play one tomorrow.
I do play one tomorrow. Haley says, my aunt calls me Hailstorm. That's a contender.
That's really good.
Yeah, I've always liked that. When you've mentioned it in the past, I think that's really good. We got 6 months from hi Alex, oh my god. 63 months from Noah Balboa. Cheese Hammer gifted a sub to Scottie Pippen. And 300 bits from Chimera the Free just says, I got my promotion! That was seriously some of the worst stress I've ever felt. Like Steven Knight before Extra Life level. Praise be, good vibes. Awesome.
Congratulations on the promotion.
Congrats to you. Very, very cool.
I will now only respond to Hailstorm.
I've had different nicknames over the years.
I had a great uncle who gave all of me and my cousins nicknames. Everyone in like my dad's generation already had a nickname.
Yeah.
I was Malroy.
Malroy's good. Mm-hmm. My grandfather called me Gator. Like alligator? He called me Gator all the time. And I liked that name. I think that was a cool name. Don't know why. I don't know where that originated. But Gator's pretty good. There was a girl who almost exclusively called me Steve-O. And that was right around the time when Jackass was big, so that's where that came from. I don't know if I've had
Carly
any other
was
ones.
Charlie.
Oh, okay.
And my dad was,
Mark and Harkin?
Mark and Harkin.
Did you have a note on your phone? Just nickname?
He had nicknames for everyone, and at some point I started writing them down. And I don't remember anyone else's besides my cousin Courtney. But, like, that's what he called us exclusively.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't have any nicknames now.
No.
And like you don't have a nickname for me.
No.
So yeah, I don't think I have. Okay, Grandpa. Wow, Haley said none that we call you to your face. Awesome. Very, very sweet. That girl's very sweet. Cheese Hammer gifted a sub to Hailstorm. And we also had 50 months from Starry Phoenix 17. Thank you. Yeah, I have some stream nicknames. I don't have any IRL nicknames. Yeah, Grandpa Cryptid. You got hit by the hailstorm. Yeah, I don't have any IRL nicknames anymore, and that's fine. I have a name, and that's you can call me my name, and I generally respond. I also respond to, hey.
Oh, we getting cozy. Happy cat.
He's a good boy. I respond in the grocery store when people are like, "Can you help me get the thing off the shelf?" Oh, did I tell them the story?
No.
Oh, I have an insane.
You told it on my stream last night. The pizza.
Oh no, that's not what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about
Buzz, I'm a
the
bee or something
Costco
like that.
shelf thing.
Oh,
I told that like IRL to Chaz. So occasionally when I'm in store, people will say, "Hey, can you help me get this thing off the shelf?" And sure, like I don't mind doing that. Like I don't work at any of these places, but I'm a human being that
Is tall.
is high in the air and can grab a thing. So I do that for folks occasionally. The other day, I ask for tips. I'll get the thing and then I'll just stand there. The other day I was at Costco and I came around the corner in one of the aisles. There's a group of 3 like college-age girls, and one of them is jumping at a pallet, because if you're familiar with Costco, there's
Pallets.
these big pallets that are above where you do your shopping. And the pallet is like wrapped in
Shrink wrap.
like shrink wrap. So this girl is jumping and grabbing at the shrink wrap because the item that they want is not
On the floor.
on the floor. But they see it up there. So the two girls are standing there watching this one girl, ironically the shortest of the three, which is very funny to me, jump and try to get at this shrink wrap. And I'm watching this happen and I'm just thinking, don't do this. And they're at the far end of the aisle and I'm walking down the aisle, and as I get to the end, one of them turns and is like, "Hey, could you help us?" And I go, "No." And I just kept going. Like, no, that's not, this is not a situation where this is supposed to happen. We're not supposed to get the things from that. It would have been a reach for me. Get an employee. Because if you manage to get that shrink wrap open,
Everything is coming down.
and you manage to pull out one of
that
those
pallet.
things, the stuff on the pallet could like kill you. So like, no.
Or when the forklift comes by to actually move that pallet down, it's not going to stay together.
Right?
Yeah.
So this isn't a Walmart situation where someone can't reach,
The top shelf
the
thing.
mustard on the top shelf. Sir, could you kill yourself for us? Like, no. Yeah, that was wild.
Yeah.
I'm sure if there was a Costco employee watching them do this, but it was one of the little old ladies
Sample ladies?
that works at the sample station. She was just sitting there just watching this happen, and I'm like, she's just letting like Darwinism play out. She's not even gonna step in at all. She's just like, woo.
I thought you were going to tell the pizza story.
The pizza story is good too. I have time for that also. Let me read this alert. We got 300 bits from Satsy, who says, "Today I've got different phone calls to make regarding a next week appointment that I am not looking forward to, and maybe one to the alternate GP to discuss certain med prices / needs. February is going to be weird. Run beans." Beans are fresh, by the way. Updated beans last night. Fresh beans. Good luck with your phone call, or I guess phone calls. You got several different phone calls, and I hope all of that goes well. I hope February ends up being slightly less weird than you would think. Weird isn't always bad, but weird's generally not great. So we hope for better than weird. I am going to tell the story that I told last night because it is wild, and anyone who wasn't at Mouse Stream will get a chance to hear this fun story. We have a grocery store near us that does pizzas. You can go to the store and you can get a take and bake pizza, or they also have like a person like baking the pizzas. You can get the pizza and bring it home, but you can also use the app and put in an order. So that's what I did. You don't pay on the app, you just put in the order. So I opened it up and I was like, "My name's Stephen George. I need these 2 pizzas." Press button. I put in the order at 5:40 p.m. It said that the pizzas take 30 to 45 minutes, but it was like, come pick it up at 6:45. It'll be ready at 6:45. I was like, okay, that's 65 minutes from now, which is longer than 30 to 45, but sure. I arrive at the store precisely at 6:45. Actually, it was like 6:50. I was like a few minutes late. So I go up to the counter and I was like, "Hey, my name's Stephen George. I ordered these pizzas." And the guy's like looking around. He's like, "Yeah, it's gonna be about like 20-ish more minutes." And I was like, "Okay." So I go walk around the grocery store, and that was at like 6:50. So I came back around 7:20, I think. So it had been, 30 minutes. And I was like, "Hey, are those pizzas ready?" And the same guy who's been working with this other girl who also is there was like, yeah, it's gonna be like 10, 15 minutes probably." And I'm just kind of staring at them like, okay. All right. I'll be back. So then I go walk around the store more, and I come back. It's supposed to be 10 to 15 minutes, so I've given them ample time. I come back like 25 minutes later because, like, Jesus. And it's it's like 7:40, 7:45. And I'm like, hey. And at this point, the only person working is just the one girl. And I was like, hey, are the pizzas ready? And she goes, oh, we gave those pizzas away. And I was like, what? She goes, yeah, we gave those pizzas away. She's like, there's no names on anything. And I was like, there's no name, what? And she's like, but don't worry, you won't be charged. And I was like, I know I won't be charged. I haven't paid anything. I could have just left. I was like, but I want pizza because, like, my family is starving. And she's like, I could make pizza now. She's like, we close at 8. She's like, I'm only supposed to make like one more pizza. She's like, but I could make your 2 pizzas. And I was like, that'd be good. So I'd learned that I cannot leave that area. So I just stood there. And like just was on my phone next to the counter and waited for her to make the 2 pizzas. So it took like 20 minutes from then, and around like 8:05 I was handed these 2 pizzas, and on them she had written free. She's like, hey, you know, just if anyone asks, you could just tell them that they're free because I gave your pizzas away before. And I was like, thanks, appreciate it. And then I left. So yeah, put the order in at 5:40. Left the store at 8:05. I had arrived at the store at 6:45, so I wandered around the grocery store last night.
Did you inspect every food item?
I learned so much. They've got these new gummies called Shackalicious, and I saw that and I was like, this can only be Shaquille O'Neal. And on the front was a truck. That's one of the shapes, is a 18-wheeler truck. And I turned it on the back, and the name of that gummy is called Diesel. And I was like, oh, this is Shaquille O'Neal. I don't give a heck. I know I got skills. If you somehow haven't listened to the Shaq Diesel album, you are denying yourself the beauty of Shaquille O'Neal rapping. It's very, very 90s. Anyway, that's my pizza story. In the future, I will only do take and bake. Like I'll because it's a good deal. Like it's a whole pizza for $8.99, and like that's a good deal. But I'm not going to I'm not going to wait for a pizza. I'm just going to go to the deli, and whatever they have, I'm leaving. If it's cheese, if it's pepperoni, if it's deluxe, whatever. If I'm doing it, that's it. There's no way I'm waiting on any of that because holy crap.
Yeah.
Yikes. We get 500 bits from Natalie Speaks, who says, a lot of community members have gotten jobs recently, and I'm happy to add myself in the pile since my internship got bumped up to full-time for my first big job, TM.
Yay.
Awesome. We love that. Yeah, there has been a lot of employment updates since the start of the new year. So shout out to everyone that's getting jobs or getting upgrades in jobs. Love to hear it.
Put your head back down.
So tired. We also had 500 bits from Gamers. 00700. Thank you for Bird. And 28 months from SophG93. Big purse. Okay. We're at the end of the stream.
Yes.
Things that you need to know. Oh my goodness. For patrons, there is a new Patreon video out. It came out late Sunday night. Late Sunday night. So check that out. It's a good one. Tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern, I will be playing Tunic. It is week 5 of Tunic. Tunic's getting crazy. I love it. It's been one of the most fun games I've played in a while. Really, really great. The Okage VOD. I almost said vlog. The Okage VOD. I uploaded that last night, so that'll be out today. Those don't ever run into copyright issues. Yeah, it's processed.
Sorry.
So I'll release that soonish. So if you missed Okage last night, I'll get the VOD up. There's Mal's getting some places. You got like another week or two of it?
Another week or two.
Yeah. Otherwise, Thursday, 9 a.m. Eastern, we'll be back for breakfast stream here. Friday morning at 11 a.m. Eastern, Mal is going to be doing...
I think acrylic.
Mal will be back in her studio. So that's cool. And then Friday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, Sonic 3 and Knuckles. So that's exciting.
What do I have going on?
It's like 2 games. Because it's 2 games. It's supposed to be 1 game, but it's so big, it's 2 games. It's got that lock-on technology. So we'll be playing like half of it. So that's exciting. So join us for that. Mal and I have never played those games. Yeah, so we're playing Sonic 3 is what we're doing. We're playing Sonic 3. But it's appropriate to call it Sonic 3 and Knuckles. And then the week after, we'll finally wrap that up.
Yeah.
Then we'll be done with all of the classic 2D Sonics.
Mm-hmm.
And move into Sonic Mania, which I'm really excited about because that seems to be a very well-loved modern video game.
Yeah.
And if you haven't seen the snow vlog, the second snow vlog, because there were 2, I just put that out, I think, yesterday, and that people really enjoyed that, and I'm happy about that. I'm glad people like that. There's one art in the queue. I finished Mother 1 a few weeks ago, and I accidentally cheesed the dragon with rope. Finishing Mother 1 is an experience. It hasn't aged super well, like most NES RPGs. But it's a fun history lesson, and it still has a lot of character.
Yeah, it does.
It really does. So, I hope you enjoyed it. It was fun. The rewind mechanic helped. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the best way to play it. Well, the best way to play it would be if Nintendo somehow patched
the easy
ring into it. But if you're playing Earthbound Beginnings, just rewind. If you walk out of your house and immediately get killed, just rewind. Good game, but God, it's awful at times. That's accurate. All right. That's it.
Yep.
Thanks, everyone, for being here. I hope that you have a wonderful Tuesday. And I will see you back here tomorrow afternoon at 1 p.m. Eastern for more Tunic. See you then.